The revealing story is based on Vice President Constantino Chiwenga's confidential document presented to the ZANU-PF Presidium and the Politburo on 17 September 2025 before it was leaked to South African media and subsequently the news hawks. Sarabada mashoko kubuda panguva ino pamusoro the yakapresentwa naVP Chiwenga nobvasubscribe like on the bell icon. Tipita the news hawks amudanyira achiti Zimbabwe Vice President Constantino Chiwenga, a former army general who led the coup which ousted the late former President Robert Mugabe in November 2017, is accused his ex-political rival Jonathan Moyo of engaging in treasonous activities by writing a secret document for Parliament to change the country's governance system and postpone the scheduled 2028 elections to 2035. This comes on the eve of a crucial evening ZANU-PF annual conference in Mutare, which opens tomorrow and runs from 13 to 18 October. Chiwenga's treason charge against Moyo have wider implications on the intensifying succession power struggle between President Mnangagwa and Chiwenga, which threatens to fuel political and economic instability in Zimbabwe, with regional destabilization consequences through mass immigration and chaos, cross-border tensions among ordinary people, particularly in South Africa, that already hosts millions of Zimbabwean immigrants. The Zimbabwean problem has had a far-reaching political and security impact on the region for decades now. The South Africa, the most affected country, trying to mediate and end it in vain. In a late confidential document presented to Mnangagwa and the ruling ZANU-PF Presidium, the top five and the party's decision-making Politburo on 17 September at two separate meetings on the same day in Harare. Chiwenga accused Moyo of treason for writing a document called Breaking Barriers Initiative, putting Zimbabwe first, which he says seeks to change the political system and postpone the 2028 elections to 2035. The document, also seen by the news hawks, which has always been on top of big political stories in the country, says its objective under the auspices of the Parliament of Zimbabwe is to identify and break chronic toxic barriers to efficient and effective service delivery, infrastructure development, and socio-economic progress in Zimbabwe, primarily caused by the scourge of perennially disputed elections and the resultant scourge of a toxic governance and policy environment in between the disputed elections. Presenting his secret document, which remains confidential although it is now been seen by the news hawks and other media organizations, to Mnangagwa and ZANU-PF top 5 leaders, including co-Vice President Kebo Mohadi, Chairperson of Pamuchinguri Kashiri, and former Secretary General Obed Mpofu, Chiwenga said, "Comrade President, you recall, I brought to your attention the Treasonous Project, which has been panned by Jonathan Moyo of our Parliament to implement the so-called Breaking Barriers Initiative, which is seeking to change our political system and suspend the elections to 2035. Not only is this project treasonous and a huge scandal, and it's being done and championed by people like Jonathan Moyo, whom we fired from the party. The Breaking Barriers Initiative has also never been discussed and approved at the party's last Congress, nor has it ever been discussed and approved by the Central Committee. We are now watching in shock and disbelief as this project is now being covertly implemented and being funded by the criminals. And their associates. Doma shokaripo pangwa ine ari kupresidenta na VP Constantino Chiwenga vachiramba aiwa capture the state through zvigananda. Imbuto mafunguro enyu moti kudi pamusoro pechitiko ichi. Abvina comment section medu za mafunguro enyu. So subscribe or like, chat on the bell.